people? It's your favorite trash queen, Mani Azumi, and I'm back with a new video. So, I'm almost at 12,000 subscribers, which is insane. So, just thank you guys so much. Like, it's crazy. Like, just a few weeks ago, I was sitting at 3,000, and now I'm almost at 12. It's literally insane to me. So many people have seen my artwork and they've decided to stick around. And I just really want to thank everyone. I spend a lot of my time at my job, and because of my job, I really haven't had too much time to do art. And I've just gotten to the habit when like there's downtime of scrolling through my phone and looking at all the comments and you guys' opinions and jokes, and all of this influx of love and support for you guys has just really brightened up my days. And I just really want to thank you guys. Like, I really appreciate it. I don't know what to say. I'm such an awkward potato baby. Thanks guys. Thanks so much. Anyway, so true to my word, since I've surpassed 10k, that means that there will be an incoming tutorial video. I'm currently working on planning everything out for it. So I think I'm gonna split it up into 3 different parts. Like, I want to do one part focusing on the skin, one part focusing on the hair, and then one part like focusing on clothes and things. So look forward to that. So my digital watercolor tutorial will be up on the channel in a few weeks. So I've got another special announcement, but I've already rambled way too long at the beginning of the video, so I'll save this announcement for the end. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, let's get on to the video. So the video that I was originally working on for this week had to be postponed. And it was supposed to be the first video in a character design series where I designed a team of characters based on whatever random genre. However, work has been crazy and I didn't really have time to finish it, so I thought instead let me finish this trio of Yandere-chan familiar characters that I started months ago. So, for anyone who doesn't know, a few months ago, I decided to redesign 3 characters from Yandere Simulator, but as it always does, work got in the way and I wasn't able to finish the video that I had started with all 3 of these characters. Maybe I want to say a month or 2 after, it was almost 3 months after I had originally drawn the characters, I finally had gotten some free time, and on a whim, I just decided to finally color in Yandere-chan, and I recorded a voiceover and I posted it up, and a lot of people really liked that video, and in the comments there were a lot of people asking to see more of the characters, so then I went back and I colored in the old sketch that I had done of Osana. When I posted that video up, a lot of people really liked that video, so I thought, let me just finish out this trilogy, and today we're going to be coloring the last character that I drew months ago, and that character is Senpai. This dude, this man, this senpai has given me so much trouble. So, as the story goes, I drew these characters months ago, and at the time, the plan was to have all 3 characters in one video. So, I recorded me sketching both Yandere-chan and Osana, but I didn't bother recording me sketching Senpai because my original thought process was, oh well, if I were to include all the sketches of the characters plus the speed paint, that's going to make a really long video, so I'll just cut out Senpai's sketching process, but I'll include his speed paint. So, now, as you know, that didn't happen, and I ended up splitting the characters between these 3 videos. So now, going months later, while I'm doing this video for Senpai, I realized, you know what, I don't have a sketch process to show you of Senpai because I didn't record it. So I went back and I looked at Senpai's sketch that I had done months ago, and I was just kind of like, I was just blah when I when I saw it. To be honest, there's nothing like majorly wrong with the original sketch, but looking at it, I knew that I could draw it better. Um, I really haven't had much time to do much art in this last few months, but I, like, at the beginning of when the plague started to hit hard, I bought these really, really good anatomy books. And while I haven't had time to do like any full cool illustrations or anything, I have been doing a bunch of anatomy sketches. And just looking at the old sketch of Senpai, I knew that I could draw it better now. And if I honestly, if I had known that my last two videos would have gotten so much attention, I would have just honestly redrawn all of the characters and not just Senpai. But you know, whatever. Hindsight is 2020. I'm rambling again. So I decided to redo the sketch of Senpai. I came home from work and got to sketching, and in my post-work sleepy potato brain, I forgot to hit record. So, for the second time, I do not have a recording of the sketching process for Senpai. So, unfortunately, this video is just going to be a speed paint. But I will show you the sketches side by side, and I do think the newer one looks better. So when it comes to Senpai's original design, to be honest, I don't really dislike anything about it. I mean, yeah, he's plain. He does look like a generic harem male protagonist, but like that's like the point of his character. So to be honest, I didn't really want to change him too much. I just kind of tried to make him look like a friendly, cute guy. I didn't end up changing his hair or his face or his build very much. For him, I just really wanted to focus on creating an accompanying school uniform that would match the girls' uniform that I designed, but also contrast it a bit. And you know, just completely random, but something that irks me, I hate it in school-based anime where like all the girl characters will have this like really cool or really beautiful or like super crazy school uniform, and like the guy will just be plain as all hell. The guy will just be wearing like a white dress shirt and some black slacks, and I can literally think of 5 anime off the top of my head where that's the case, and I think guys should have cool outfits too, you know? So I wanted to talk about my thought process while redesigning characters. As you've probably noticed, my redesigns aren't as drastic as some others. Some people seem to like that, some people seem to not like that. So I want to explain my reasoning behind why I don't completely redo the character from scratch. So for me, I only really like to redesign parts of characters that I don't like. I basically just look at the official designs and pick out things that I don't like and change them. Like if you notice in my Trailblazer video, all I did was change her clothes. Her hair is the same, her build is the same. When I did B negative, I didn't like his outfit or his I didn't like his pupils. The fact that he didn't he didn't have pupils is what I didn't like. So I didn't really change him too much. Like, I changed his hair a little bit, I gave him pupils, I changed his outfit completely, and then like I gave him some light makeup. Um, when I did Yandere-chan, I didn't like her original outfit, so I changed her outfit. When I did Osana, I didn't like her outfit, her stockings, or her height compared to Yandere-chan, as all of the characters seem to have the same height and same body proportions, so I changed that. And the reason why I do it that way is, for me, I want people to look at my redesigns and still see the original character. Because I don't know, I feel like for me, if I was to completely ignore the official designs and just do my own thing, then my redesign wouldn't be the character anymore. It would just be like my own thing. And honestly, yeah, like if I was the one who was in charge of designing the Yandere-chan simulator characters, they would look completely different. But that's not the case, and I just want you to be able to look at my Osana and be like, yeah, hey, that's Osana. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I feel about it. That being said, since a lot of people have expressed interest in me drawing the rest of the characters from this game, I did go and doodle out some redesigns for the rest of the cast of characters. To be honest, some of the redesigns are going to be a bit more drastic than others. But I mean, if you're interested in that, just stay tuned. Those videos will be coming to my channel in the next few weeks. And if you're more interested in seeing me draw characters completely from scratch, those will also be on the channel too. I do have some character design videos in the works. So hopefully I'll have those up soon as well. So Senpai's redesign is probably the least drastic change. Besides his outfit, I did change his hair a little bit, and I did give him a bit of a thicker body build. Like I said before, with him, I just really wanted to focus on creating a male uniform that would match but also contrast the girl's uniform. So while the girl's uniform has more white on it, the boy's uniform is mostly navy. I also gave him brown shoes instead of black shoes because I thought that the brown would look better with the navy color that I chose. also tried a new thing while I was blending the colors on his clothes. I can't honestly say that I like it though. I feel like I blended the colors too much. Like everything looks way too smooth and too clean, and I kind of like my colors to look a little choppy. Um, recently, like really recently, like like last night recently, I found a new method of blending the colors together that I think makes my art look even more like watercolor. So in the next video for sure, you're gonna see me use this new method. So I really enjoyed how the shadows came out on this drawing. Um, they did give me a bit trouble around his like his crotch area. I don't know. For some reason, I couldn't think about what the shadows would look like right there. So I just kind of tried my best. But I mean, they ended up turning out all right. Um, I want to say the shadows over like on his arm that's behind his neck are my favorite shadows in this whole piece. I know it's kind of like a weird thing to be like, oh, these are my favorite shadows, but I mean, it's the truth. So I had a few people ask me what brush I use for shading, and to be honest, my whole shading process is a little weird. Essentially, what I do is I create these like halos or like I guess like blocks of color as you can see, and I use a brush that I made called the push brush, and essentially all that brush does is push the colors around. So I basically push the darker color from the corners of that halo that I make and push it inward to get like a gradient effect, which I know I'm explaining this awful. Like it probably makes no sense what I'm talking about, but when I do my tutorial, I'll like do a demonstration and show you what I mean. And you know, to be honest, now thinking about it, there's probably an easier way that I could achieve this effect, but I don't know. If it's not broke, then gotta fix it, you know. until Senpai's outfit decided to fight me a bit. I did have a bit of trouble shading his legs, but I mean, eventually I was able to figure my life out and get the shadows in a way that I like them. Also, when I was putting in like the little like piping details for his uniform, oh my goodness, for some reason I could not, I literally could not get the line straight. You'll see me try and fix them so many times. Eventually it worked out, but I was quite irritated with myself. I just, even thinking back on it, I'm making myself salty. It's a traumatic memory for me that I'm going to leave in the past. I always do the line art last because I hate line art. I detest it with the red hot fiery passion of a million suns. When I was younger, one of my friends, when she was still really into art, she used to line my drawings for me because she enjoyed it and she knew how much I hated doing it. Um, then for years after, honestly there was a lot of drawings I didn't finish because I couldn't bring myself to line the artwork. I line work is just so awful and tedious and I hate it. But I do like how my art looks like with the line, so I just kind of suck it up. I have been thinking of going back to an older way of lining my drawings, though. There is this old brush that I made way at the beginning of me developing my digital watercolor style that I used to use a lot while I was lining my drawings, and I think I want to give it a comeback. I used it on this drawing. This drawing is like 2 years old, and you can see the brush I'm talking about on the line work on his face. It's a really soft and clean brush. And you know, looking at this old artwork, I think arguably this old art looks more like watercolor than my more recent stuff. But I do think that's going to change. We'll see. And now for the reveal. So here's my version of Senpai. I think overall he turned out great. I put him next to Yandere-chan and Osana, and I love how they look next to each other. Now for my special announcement. So for the next video, I'm going to be doing an About Me video. You guys can leave any questions you may have for me in the comments of this video, or you can DM me on Instagram, and I'll be answering them in my About Me video. But that's not the special announcement part of the announcement. Wait, what? I mean, that's not the special part of the announcement. So for that video, I'm going to be actually drawing fan art of your characters. So in the description of this video, there's going to be an email, and you can email me pictures of your original characters, and I'll be randomly choosing some and making some fan art. My social media is up on screen. I'm most active on Instagram, so that's the best place to follow me if you want to see more of my art. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff, and really, everyone, thanks so much for the support. Okay, love you, bye!